So, hello and welcome to the Community Team Cup Match Day 6. We are here today with AHR versus MRL. You see the third match of Match Day 6. 2 matches already done and dusted. ZFS won against Race Asylum, and on Wednesday we had RTR taking on Esports Race Asylum and RTR winning this one. So here today, AHR versus MRL. We see the teams and the combinations. Mercedes AMG GT3 at Daytona International Road Course for race number 1. Lexus RCF Group 2 at Trial Mountain for this one. AHR with a 3-2 record, MRL with a 2-3 record. Lineups for today for you on screen. So lots of fast drivers again for both of the teams. Here should be a good one. Definitely wants to look James, Dan and Tankpro for AHR. MRL, we have Welchie, Yeast, Shane, top 3 in my opinion, but don't forget about the rest, of course. It is the standings at the moment after match day 5. We have AHR sitting in P4, MRL sitting in P6. Both of the teams want to get into the top 4 for the end of the regular season, to head into the top 4, the final 4. And yeah, that's about everything being said. We get ready for qualifying in a couple of minutes. Oh, let's get on track and see. Evening Nay, evening Arden. You want to see some flying cars? Maybe you should join a random lobby. Probably have more luck finding those stupid glitches again after the update. Pretty sure. So who is missing? Simon. Simon check in, right? Right, here we go. We should be ready to go then. Start the qualifying session again. 10 minutes separated into 2 parts. 5 minutes for each team. Wait, aka Slide Wheels. Damn, yeah. I'm here. I can also give commands. Oh, good. Not sure if you hear me. You're also racing. Good, good. So yeah, 5 minutes for every team on track. 2 flying laps it is. In the AMG GT3 at Daytona Road Course, we are running midnight in this, as you can see, and we have equal conditions as well, so it will stay midnight throughout the entire race. Cloudless, dry and pleasant it is. Alright, let's go. So AHR will head out on track first, and let's go into the spectator mode then. Let's bring up all the information. And then we have a look at the AHR drivers tackling this month CTC race against Medway Racing League. ever so long pit exit. So here we go. First cars are out on track. Tank Pro is out. Dan. It's in P3. You doing? James is waiting. Alright, interesting. James not qualified or what? And Kieran, Tank Pro. So slide rules now out on the pit, so we just have 5 cars. So what's James doing? That's not good. James, get out on track. You want to do a qualifying, right? Yeah, so we had Daytona. He's already saving a set of tires. Oh, we don't have tire wear and fuel consumption here on during qualifying, so not sure what's going on. And James now seems to be getting out of the pits. See a blue dot on the track. No. Still. Whoa! And someone just crashed already on the outlap. That's not good. That's not good. Keep it easy. We have new physics. Not sure how the cars behave. Not much time to practice, of course, after yesterday's update. Here we go. Nevertheless, we will go on board with Dan. It is for the first flying lap, heading into the first turn. Nice and easy. Braking for the horseshoe. Yep. Now heading through the infield section, braking for the second horseshoe again. Down to fourth gear for rotation, upshift to second, maybe third on exit. And now coming back on through the oval part. Get the power down. And then run on to the banking all the way towards the famous bus stop, which is, I think, called Le Mans corner or something like that. I know. So braking just before the one into the bus stop. Don't cut too much as usual. Keep it between the white lines, and then it's a run to the line for then with that first flying lap. The reference time for everyone. I think I saw 44s during the warm-up. We'll see what's going to happen. 43, 44.4 it is for that. Where are the other drivers? Kieran, 45. Was Tank Pro with a 44.222 currently sitting in pole position. Let's hope the leaderboard on the left hand side will update at some point. We still have pit drivers in between of them, so a bit confusing again. So slide rules with a 45.7, Kieran with a 45.7 as well, and Simon with a 46.2. James still not doing qualifying. Okay, that is definitely interesting. So Tank Pro currently then on pole position, 44.2. See if there's an improvement coming out. Yeah, 3/10. Oh, that's a big one. See if he can keep the momentum going on. Okay, James, all good. I just was wondering what happened. Oh, this might have been a cut for Tank Pro. Not sure. If not, then it will be a blistering fast lap time. Sub 44 for Tank Pro incoming. 43.8, maybe 43.9. But Stan didn't improve. Kieran improved 44.6, and here comes Tank Pro with a 43.78. What a lap, Tank Pro, what a lap. So that's AHR then done for qualifying. No, slide rules coming round. Slight improvement, 45.7. Alright, here we go. MRL out on track now. Welchie with a little bit of a drift already coming out of one of the horseshoes, I guess. So we have Yeast then leading Welchie, Galv, Danny LaRusso, Apex, Magnet, and Shane, the drivers for the Ledray Racing League drivers. And here we go. We will be running then with Yeast for the first time lap. We will be using the chase cam then. So through the bus stop, no drama. I think also Welchie kept it clean. Maybe a little bit of slipstream already. So here we go. He comes around the final banked turn, approaching the pit entry in the penalty zone, and then we will be jumping into the chase cam perspective. Crosses the line, and here we go. Braking for turn 1. First gear already. See him using a little bit of traction control to keep that car stable. So as I said, yeah, with the new updates, physics, the driving physics, the handling model definitely has changed. Also with the feeling for the controllers for the wheels, so maybe running it with traction control is not the worst thing to do, just to get used to all of this. We'll see. He's now approaching the end of the infield section, back onto the oval. No delta means we don't have purple for Yeast at the moment. So we have to wait until he crosses the line to see that lap time. But that Tank Pro was the only one, 43.7. Dan with a 44. Low, I think in P2. Let's see, braking for the bus stop. It was close, but probably just fine with it. And now the run to the start finish straight, coming the long way around. Yeah, I think Welchie has a little bit of slipstream. Let's go. Welchie probably a little bit quicker than Yeast here, but a solid anchor lap from the looks of it. 44.9 and Welchie with a 44.5, so that's really close behind Dan for now. So 1, 2 AHR, 3 MRL, 4 AHR, 5, it's MRL 6, it's MRL 7, MRL 8, MRL. Oh, and Shane spins it, gets some damage. Won't be an improvement for a lap. Danny also not too far behind, so definitely got ahead of Simon, Slide Rules, and James, who couldn't do the qualifying, unfortunately. So Welchie still has he slipstream? Who's Welchie? This is Welchie, the 27, yeah. This could be an improvement. He is up to get into P2. So nice little toe as well coming down the braking zone for the bus stop. 3.5, 10 purple. Can he rely on Yeast? Yeast won't be improving, I guess. Oh, that was too close for comfort. That's a good run through. The bus stop should be up, so and has slipstream, and now will move out of the slip. Yeah, Yeast, perfect team play. getting out of the way, so Welchie will grab P2 with that lap. Great teamwork for MRL to put Welchie onto the front row with it. 42.2. Kieran in 4th. Galf up to P5. He's didn't improve but helped Welchie, of course, with this. Apex is finished. Shane didn't improve. Yeah, we saw them spinning. And also Daniel Russo won't be improving his qualifying lap. So this is then qualifying being done with Tank Pro taking pole. Welchie P2 and then P3. So that's 3 points for AHR, 2 for MRL and 1 for AHR again. Gives them a little 2-point lead already after the qualifying session. But Tank Pro again, a massive lap, 43.7, all on his own, no slipstream from what I could tell. Welchie with that assist. P2 is on, I think, nice little mix of drivers from both teams there throughout the entire grid. Should be an interesting start to this one. Alright, so we'll just wait for the timer to run out. Yet, something like that. So, ready to that. Scores right. Qualifying. And we should have the official qualifying result now. Up on screen for you and for me for screenshots. Tank Pro, Welchie, Dan, Kieran, Galf, Yeast, Apex Magnet, Shane, and on the second page we have Danny LaRusso, Simon, Slide Rules, and James. Alright. Here you go. So we will be heading directly to the start because we run on equal conditions, so we don't have to change the settings and set the grid manually. I think when everyone is ready, we can start this one. 30 minutes it is. Of course, all the good widgets. Please. Here we go. Race has started. We can go on to the spectate mode. Bring up the information for all of us here again on screen. So I see basically, no, we have hards for yeast. The rest is running mediums. And here we go, lights are off and away we go for this one. Bad start at the back of the grid. It was Apex Magnet, probably a jump start. For sure, so heading into the first turn, Tank Pro leads. Dan in P2, Kieran P3. That's AHR 1, 2, 3. Welchie in 4th, Galf P5, East in 6th, Shane 7th. Here comes the MRL train in Russo. There we have Slide Rules AP9. Someone was a bit off. I think that was Simon, cut the grass. loses that position again. It's a bit out of shape. Danny LaRusso is also off. Oh, what happened there? Oh, we have to see if we can catch this one. Oh, they just went way too late on the brakes, avoided their teammates, and just took avoiding action there to get out of the way early. So well played for that. Cold tires, missing the braking marker or whatever thing. So no major drama, just unlucky for Danny LaRusso. So Tank Pro leading, Dan half a second behind Kieran, P3, 1, 2, 3 for Apex Hunter Racing. It is heading for the first time into the bus stop under race speed. And Kieran with a massive run on Dan. Gelf staying with them. Shane. P5 James already up to P6 Welch. He had an issue somewhere, also has a 0.5 second penalty. Oh, that's tough. Again, will be losing a positions to his teammate to Apex, but will probably stay ahead of the other AHR driver. So we have a battle at the back between Simon and Danny LaRusso. Into the first turn, sneak, getting underneath here. A nice little cutback move from Simon, I think. Or was it? No, it was Danny versus Simon. Danny used that inside line, got past AHR driver. Confused. So Welchie down to P11. What's going on with Welchie? Started P2, dropped all the way down to P11. Right behind Yeast with his slipstream buddy from qualifying. Can he move up the order? So Yeast is on the hards, Welchie is on the mediums. And Danny LaRusso is on mediums as well in P12. And Dan got past the Tank Pro, who's running P2 now. We see slipstreaming, not going for a move, of course waiting for the run out of the bus stop, then to get a slingshot probably. Kieran in P3, Gelf and Shane, and there's already James. We get on board with James right behind Shane, uses that slipstream. Shane sticking to the low line, the inside line. James getting back into the slipstream, going for another approach, this time side by side. Crossing the start finish, tries to go underneath. Late move here. James is waiting for Shane though. There was a slight contact between the cars. We will have a look at it once again. Let's see Shane's perspective. Yep, James just hit Shane there on the braking, but nothing major happened. Luckily for the driver, so Shane staying in P5. James is fixing slide rules. Is P7 Apex backed in P8. Welchie 9th, East 10th, got past Simon there, struggling with the power, and Danny LaRusso in P11, 5 seconds behind roughly. So at the front, the 3 AHR drivers still leading this race, and Tank Pro and Dan swapping positions there using the perfect team slipstreaming. Kieran is staying behind for now. Will they get a run out of the bus stop? Tank Pro with a bit of wiggle coming out of the exit will lose some speed. Will he give the draft to Kieran? Oh, Kieran goes high. And what's Gelf going to do? Gelf is staying with those 3 AHR drivers. So Kieran around the outside. This could get spicy now. 4 cars heading into the first turn. side by side, 3 wide, they go into the first turn, look at that. And Gelf somehow gets up to P2, had that inside line. What a move, we will have to watch this again, right? So Gelf just kept his inside line, and the two AHR drivers on the outside giving each other as much room as possible, and then Gelf just said, yeah guys, so I'm gonna just stick to my line and use this one to go up the order. So Gelf P2, then P1, Tank Pro P3, James up to P4, already Shane in 5th. So we are missing. We are missing Kieran. Where's Kieran? Kieran in P10. No, had an off track maybe. Yellow flag situation. Is off. Who lost some time? Not sure. Yeast is still running. Shane is still running. Welchie with a 3-second penalty. How do you get a 3-second penalty? 3-second penalty, isn't it, for overtaking under yellow flags? So I think this yellow flag situation caused Welchie to collect that 3-second penalty. Pretty sure about that. Again, that's an unlucky race for Welchie at the moment. He will lose so much time now, getting slowed down for 3 seconds. Probably down to P11, 12 from P7. Let's see. Where's Danny? So Welchie in P11 and going slow, using all that speed. And here comes his teammate Danny LaRusso. Moves around the outside. And so Welchie in P12 now after 7 minutes 40 seconds. Has to do all the hard work again. Is 17 seconds nearly behind the leader after nearly 8 minutes of racing. That's harsh. And we see Tank Pro got past Gelf. Yeah. Coming back onto the oval, then leading Tank Pro P2, Gelf P3. Then there's a little gap to James, who started from P12 and now is running in P4, got ahead of his teammate Slide Rules in P5. Then we have Apex Magnet for MRL in P6, Shane 5-6 seconds already the gap. Kieran, after running P2, P3, dropped down to P8. Yeast in P9 fighting with Simon. Simon has the inside line. Brakes for the bus stop, then gets low. An overtake through the bus stop, you don't see that very often, so we'll go with the replay. But that's okay. Yeast braked early and tried to focus on the lines. Yeah, Simon got a little bit out of shape through the bus stop, and then Yeast just could use his usual racing line and moves up a position. Yeast to 9, Simon in P10, Danny and Welchie at the back. They are catching just 2 seconds, under 2 seconds to gap to P10. What's happening at the front? Dan and Tank Pro trying to break away from Gelf. Gelf staying within that 0.5, 0.6 through the infield section of the Daytona road course. Gelf also with the fastest lap of the race for now, 44.7. And now had a bad exit coming out onto the oval. Probably the rear snapped. We will see what happened to Gelf. Yeah, lost it. Gets onto the gravel part and loses all the momentum, all the speed, and lost that position to James, who got round the outside. So Gelf all the way down to P5 from P3. And in the front we see Tank Pro then swapping positions now with the slipstream. Yeah, we have the no bump drafting rule for CTC, so they just can't bump into each other. They have to slingshot round, and this is like an intense battle. 3 wide. Here we go, Gav with the Moses maneuver, and he goes up into P3. Can he hold it? Oh, he went a little bit too deep into the braking zone. Still fighting with James. Gav on the inside, James around the outside, James in the wiggle. Gav has the inside, but there's room around the outside for James. Can he hold it? He's on the power now. Should have track position for the next left-hander. Well, intense, but I want to see this Moses maneuver again. Yep. Boom! Gav just went through the middle then. I think he was a little bit too late. 41. And then it goes James with that one. So nice racing here at the front. Definitely. And James now with half a second to Gav. Magnet is in P5. Slide rules with a penalty. 0.6 Kieran in P7. Yeast 5 seconds. Innate Belchi is in P9. Denny in 10th. Shane lost some time and positions in P11, and Simon in P12. 6 seconds the gap. Already there was 57 lap times. Yeah, probably a big off track at some point for this one. At the front we have Tank Pro and Dan making the best out of the slipstream. Gav versus James. James down the inside, brakes later. Where's James? Still, he's on that apex and keeps P3 or gets P3, I don't know. They were also like exchanging those positions very frequently, but it was still close. James versus Gav and Apex Magnet, and Gav with another bit of a wiggle. So you could say that you have to be a bit more careful, cautious with that power on the corner exit. We saw Gav losing it now 2 times, coming out of slow corners, losing all of that momentum. So that's, yeah, getting used to the new physics takes some time. Definitely not as easy, and I would probably turn on traction control just for the sake of not losing it. So with Tank Pro and then P1, P2, James, P12 to P3, but also 1, 2, 3 for AHR at the moment. And Magnet, the best MRL driver, P4, Gav in P5. Slide rules with another 0.5 second penalty, but will keep at P6. There's still the big gap to his teammate Kieran in P7. Another 5.5 seconds to Yeast in P8. Welchi without a rough start to this race in P9. Danny LaRusso in 10th. Shane P11 and Simon running 12th. So nearly 15 minutes into this 30-minute race, and tires not looking too bad, those mediums. The fuel won't be lasting to do a no stop. But this, we could see a medium to soft strategy for race number 1 by the looks. Those two at the front really showing strong pace, strong teamwork as well. Hey Kings, I have no clue. We saw softs during the qualifying. but I'm not sure if we will see them during the race. But both teams were actually quite confident with the settings. They said they have a gentleman's agreement that they won't be using the newly added second set of hard tires for their races. So they will just use the old tire compounds allocations for this one. So it will be interesting to see. But from what I've heard and seen so far and also tested, the medium tire has become really good on those race cars currently. So Slide Rules is low on fuel. Tires also looking good, and Slide Rules is a pad player who usually cheers up those things in less than a second. So yeah, it's like not too bad after. Overall, I think the racing medium tires are a really good choice for the races now. But yeah, it will be interesting to see if we have drivers going on to the soft tire compound, or we'll see Slide Rules still in the pits and now going for hards. Alright, medium to hards for Slide Rules. So, second race, Trial Mountain in Group 2, Lexus. Maybe they're using softs for this one. But we will find out pretty soon. I think so. Drivers are now running low on fuel. That probably will be pitting this lap then, and Tank Pro P1, P2, nearly 6 seconds to James in P3. Will be doing one more lap, or will they? No, they will go side by side into the pits. Hey, that looked good. James into the pits, Magnet as well. Gav showed some really good pace, but then had 2 near spins, a bit too aggressive, but yeah, definitely improved over the last year when I was following him in various races, events and stuff. So yeah, nice to see people improving. It's true. So everyone in the pits besides Slide Rules, who hey, we go on to the softs. See, Tank Pro goes on to the softs, then goes on to the softs. James using softs, alright. So medium soft strategy. Here we go. Let's see what lap times can we expect now. Yeah, medium soft seems to be the go-to strategy. Slide Rules, then medium hards. Interesting. Definitely something different compared to the other drivers. Kieran also now using the softs. He's using softs. Welchie using softs. Again, Ila Russo, Shane, and also Simon. Right. Interesting. Definitely with those tires. At the front, it's still Tank Pro, and then Lepin in a tandem. James and Apex in a closer. Let's go on to this one, right? Because they are not teammates. Let's see how this goes on. James keeps his position, opens up that gap. But still not outside of the slipstream. Apex Magnet still running with the AHR driver, but for now we have a 1-2-3 for AHR, then Tank Pro and James, then Apex Magnet for MRL, Gelb. Nearly 5 seconds. Kieran for AHR and P6 Yeast. 7 here. Oh, Yeast, Welchie and slide rules on those hard tires, we have to remember. And can he keep up with Welchie? That's the question. Welchie has some slipstream assist. Going a little bit offline. Gets the run, maybe someone tries to defend slide rules with those hard tires with the run, but now, well, she should gain in the slipstream. Slide rules versus Welchie. No, Welchie has the inside line, should have now the speed and the tires to brake a tiny bit later into the first turn, and he keeps that position with the help of the slipstream and also the soft tires. Stays in front of slide rules. Steady in P10 with Shane. Really close, and then unfortunately Simon, after 1 or 2 little mistakes, all by themselves in P12 at the moment. Dane, Dan and Tank Pro, and then fastest lap Shane 44.6. It is James still not able to break free. Apex Magnet is with him. 0.7 in the slip and gaining. With just 7 minutes to go. This is the first good stress test for those racing soft tires. See how long will they actually last and how fast are they when the wear is high. And Magnet with a great run coming out of the bus stop. So he should have the run in the slipstream. James will defending that inside line. Oh, did James lift off on purpose? Did he have a penalty? Could also have. Didn't see that he was running with a penalty. James the inside into the horseshoe. Apex Magnet is around the outside, and James with the better exit gets the power down earlier and retakes P3 against Apex. Goes kind of defensive into the second horseshoe, then gets a nice run. We see the slipstream effect once again. Apex versus James, and both clip the wall on the outside. So Apex with a run. James not fighting it. Knows like it's better to have the run out of the bus stop. There was a missed upshift happening. Not the best run, still a good run though. That gap is coming down. And under half a second now. Is this the perfect distance? Maybe it is also now judging how far behind do you need to be for Alright, so you see, so it's probably like 4/10 is like the gap, so that you still get the run with the slipstream to cross the line in front. That's, yeah, Arden, I think that's smart at the moment. So see what needs to be done on this final lap then, just in case. Dan and Tanko, they are just gone. Those two there. Not sure when. Will they start battling? I don't know. Is it wise to battle? I don't know. Will it be fun? Definitely. So Gelf on his own in P5. Kieran P6. He's just catching though. Just 1.7, 1.8 seconds. Welchie as well in P8. Slide rules couldn't keep up on those hard tires then with Welchie, and can he stay in front of Danny LaRusso and Shane? That is the question. But this is still the closest on track James versus Apex Magnet. It's just over 3 minutes to go. So let's see, 3 to 4/10. Going with my theory, Apex Magnet should have the run on James for the line. We'll see. Moves up. Goes past. And then just has it alright. So that's like our target to keep in mind again. James fighting for T1 and gets his nose back in front again. So we are on the penultimate lap of this first race. Here Dan and Tank throws the close. Dan with a little gap though. James and Apex Magnet P3, P4. The battle for the final podium position. Can AHR make it a 1-2-3 for this one? Well, first, the tires now, yeah, starting to fade. So degradation, it started slow, but then it just increases. So the final lap will be interesting. Let's put it that way. But it's not much separating those two, to be honest. Apex Magnet and James both nearly the same tires. Gelf as well. Kieran, Yeast, not much separates them still, around about 2 seconds. Welchie in P8, slide rules 4 seconds to Shane and 20 seconds to Simon. So the leaders will be crossing the line for the final lap. It's Dan and Tank Pro just separated by 3/10, and it was less than 3/10. And here we go, the final lap of the first race starts now. Then Tank Pro, James versus Apex Magnet again. So now mind games probably. What to do? James again braking later for that inside line for T1. We saw this now 2-3 times. The question is, can James open up that gap to be 5/10 in the lead coming out of the bus stop? This should help him to stay in front of Apex Magnet for this one. Apex is lower on fuel than James, also we keep that in our minds, just in case. I think on Wednesday we also had a little bit of fuel drama towards the end. Two drivers did run out of fuel coming towards the start finish. So now James is at 6/10, 7/10, had a great run coming onto the oval. That could be the decisive move for keeping that P3. Tires still a little bit of tread left, but we heard like with 90%, then it's really tricky how to win. But 7/10, this could be interesting also here. Who is going to win this race, Dan or Tank Pro? Tank Pro with the best. No, they're not using the slipstream at all, but it's more important for AHR. And if James can stay in P3, 3/10 to the good. It's Tank Pro versus Dan. Dan will win this race in front. And James probably just stays in front of, no, understeers. Tires are gone. It's a run to the line. It's James wins it by a tiny margin against Apex. Apex P4. Whoa. Galv P5. Kieran will cross the line in P6. Then we have East for MRL. Welshi in P8. Slide Rules brings it home in P9 for AHR. Then we have Danny LaRusso, 10th, Shane in P11, and Simon will finish this race for AHR in P12. But yeah, that run to the line between James and Apex Magnet was a great watch, great spectacle. And James here moving up from P12 to P3. Definitely a great comeback drive after missing the qualifying. Alright, save this one. Quickly go the results, save them, and then I will be updating the points while we are switching lobby settings to race 2, Trial Mountain it will be, and we will be running with Lexus Group 2 car. Alright. Those here. An update on the points. It is. Page. All right. So we have AHR 70 points and MRL 43 after the first race. Is this correct? I'm not sure. Quick edit. Seeing something here, but I'm not sure what I'm missing. 70. Would have 160. Where did I go wrong? Ah, F5, right? Here we go. That looks much better. So 70 points for AHR and 46 for MRL. Right, then let's go back to the lobby. Go on track. Have a look at the stream chat. Okay, some insights from the drivers here in chat. Thank you for that. So race number 2. We'll have a quick look at the event settings. Yeah, so we have night conditions times 4. Maybe custom weather. Not sure about that. Let me check those as well. Should have SO1 about the settings. Okay, so just give a slight heads up. Ah, James, okay, good that you are with me. So maybe I went the wrong direction again for my screenshots. So that's the race result. So let's go again. See, I think the top 8 are correct with Welsh, yeah, and then we need slide rules in P9, Danny LaRousse in P10, Payne 11. Alright, that's 72 for AHR and 44 for MRL. James, can you confirm 72 to 44? Yes. Okay, we are on the same page. Thank you for double checking this, of course. I got confused here. Sorry, chat. Sorry, drivers. I'm just checking if you're all paying attention to everything in here. So, all good, all good, all good. So, let's have a little look at the cars and the track. What are we running in here? Lexus Group 2 GT500. Yeah, then Echo definitely had an impact on me with those points and stuff. But I can only blame myself here for confusing everyone and myself included. All right, so the Trial Mountain and the Lexus. That's pretty much a race we did last season, right? A CTC. So we had the Lexus as one of the 5 cars, and we had Trial Mountain as one of the 5 tracks. So I'm pretty sure we had this combination at least once last season here for CTC. Pretty sure. So I'm also pretty sure this livery is being reused from last season. So for AHR. MRL, they made a new livery fitting this season's green and yellow theme for this. But yeah, probably a really fun combination here in those high downforce Group 2 cars. The first sector, those S's, it was flat for Welchie, no lift at all coming through this section. We don't have any driver swaps right away, so all of the 12 drivers from race number 1 will be also doing the second race. So I also think the transition from GT3 at Daytona to Group 2 at Trial Mountain is not too bad. They also kept the night theme going on. So it's 2 night races here for CTC. Lovely conditions. Definitely. Just a little bit of warm-up left for the drivers before we will be heading into the qualifying. So then one of the questions will be, can MRL strike back? So with that 28 points deficit after race number 1. They will need to have probably 1, 2, 3 pole position to make it close. Is this possible against these strong AHR drivers with James, Dan, and Tank Pro? Can they do it? They have Welchie, Yeast, Gav, Shane, Apex Magnet. Definitely the drivers to make it work. Oops, that was the wrong button. Alright, so now qualifying heading will be enabled. We will have a 5-minute warm-up for the qualifying. Shane? Who was putting like the gentleman's agreement? LOL. So what can we say about Star Mountain? Definitely one of my favorite tracks in GT7. I like the different types of corners here. Yeah, personally, I didn't play any previous Gran Turismo numbered games, so I started with GT Sport. So when it got introduced for GT7 for me, I was really happy to finally drive this track. So I don't have any bias towards that final sector, final chicane as well. So yeah, I like it. Both directions as well, so reverse or regular layout. Usually have some close racing at this track. We had it this Wednesday with RTR against Esports Race Asylum. They had the Porsche Roads car here, and this was one of the closest racing I think I've ever witnessed here throughout the grid. Really, really good. Really, really nice to see. Let's hope we can have the same close racing here in the Group 2s. So, as usual, the dirty air is still a thing after the update. So hopefully it doesn't affect close driving too much. Yeah, we will wait and hear from the drivers if they complain about aero wash. So yeah. Have a quick look at the lobby timer. Just 2 minutes warm up and then we will be starting the qualifying for race number 2. So this time MRL one minute. Yeah. Try it. Good evening. Urban Fire is in here. Sneak peek at one of your rivals, the upcoming rivals. I just want to support a little bit the CTC here with tuning in, leaving a like, say hello to everyone. That's also really, really kind, really, really nice. So yeah, good evening everyone. I've missed here in stream chat so far. Nice to see you. So I see plenty of support for AHR, by the way. So where are the MRL supporters? Anyone here in chat by MRL? Despite the ones that are actually driving in the lobby and probably listening just to the stream on top. Oh, see. So quick look at the lap times. A 1 minute 40.0 at the moment for qualifying pace. It is alright. Here we go, and qualifying has started. So again, 10 minutes, 5 minutes for each team, and MRL will go out first. Let's see. So who is leading? It's not Yeast. We'll have to wait for the update. On the left hand side to see Gelf is leading for MRL. So everyone out on track. Thank you, Robert. So all 6 MRL drivers are out on track on their outlap here. In those lovely nighttime conditions, it's still a bit hard for us on the spectate mode, but I think for driving this track, nighttime conditions are really, really nice. So, right, let's see. Apex, Shane, Danny LaRusso, Welchie, Yeast, and Galf heading into the final sector of the track, coming around the left-hander. On the left-hand side, there's the pit entry. We go straight heading into the final chicane, and then as usual we jump on board with the lead car to guide us around the track at Trial Mountain in the Lexus RCF GT500 car. Here we go, heading into the first chicane. Maybe a tiny lift, or is it flat? It's just flat, no lift at all. Boom, boom, boom. No braking for the left-hander through the first small tunnel. We go nice and early on the throttle, braking just before that sign on the left-hand side for the sharp right-hander. We go again, next 90-degree right-hander, and now the important corner out of the small tunnel. Pocket on the inside early on the power to get the run for the long back straight. Now 5th gear, 6th gear. See the speed, 250, 260, 270, 280, 4, 5 kph down straight into the banked left-hander we go. Now through the fast flowing power of the section with the corners, braking, downhill right, drop a gear, upshift for the exit. Brake again for the downhill. Left-hander, drop 2 gears, upshift on exit. Don't jump too wide. Nice line for Galp. And now approaching the final chicane. Heavy braking. Again, open up that line with for the run out of the final turn. And now power it up towards the start finish. It will be a 1 minute 39. No, 40.3. A great lap for Galp to start this one, just in front of Yeast and Welchie with a 39.9. Here we go, that's quicker than everything we've seen during the warm-up. Welchie, provisional pole position with a 39.9. Shane Oops, with a 40.0. Galp with a 40.3. Yeast a 40.8. Apex back at 40.7. And Danny LaRusso 41.0. So the MRL team separated by a second from 1 to 6 at the moment. Second flying lap it is for the MRL drivers. Will we see some improvements? Let's see, I think a little bit more wiggle for Welchie. Will we see a sector time appearing? Did we just miss it? Did we just miss it? We see one coming round the left-hander. A little bit down on this time. And we'll get ready for AHR to start their qualifying. So Welchie into the final chicane. Where's Shane? Where's Gelf? Gelf, the first one to complete the second flying lap. It won't be an improvement. The Shane, Yeast, look at that, Yeast with a 39.6, wow. Well, she didn't improve 30.0. Shane didn't improve as well. It's a bit all over the place now with it, and AHR really close on track here. What are they up to? In the team qualifying session. So, alright, so now MRL has finished their qualifying. So Yeast, Welchie, Shane, Apex Magnet, Gelf, and Danny LaRusso for this one. So here we go. Kieran will be the AHR driver leading their group for the team qualifying session. We have Dan, we have Tankro, we have Simon, Slide Rules, and James. This time being able to take part during the qualifying session. Right, so Kieran will be our chase cam driver for this lap. Brakes for the final chicane. And then when he's coming round the final turn, we go on board for the chase cam lap. Here we go. Keeps it close to the apex, carries some good speed. Drops into first gear. Okay, interesting. But then excellent third, that is purple. Great first sector for Kieran. Touches it inside a little bit more. Can you bring it back? He's early on the throttle, he's understeers a little bit. Will be close, I reckon. Still so far. Good first half of this first flying lap for Kieran. Now braking for the banked left-hander. Tied to the apex early on, the power again. Not purple anymore, but probably not far off. Downhill we go, right-hander. Second gear, fourth gear. Down to second for rotation, up to third. Oh, okay, a bit late for third. No, Shane didn't qualify on hards, he just put on the tires already because he wants to start on the hards. He qualified on softs. All good, all good. And here comes Kieran with a 40.2 it is. Oh, Kieran, where are the next drivers? Dan, up to P2. Where are the other AHR drivers? Slide Rules, not improving. Simon, Tankro, where's James? James in P9 for now, 41.4. The second and last flying lap for MRL. We will be staying with James, always someone to watch. And so with a 41.4 he took it quite easy on this first flying lap. Let's see how he doesn't feel the color combination. By the looks he moves out of the way for, is it Slide Rules? A little bit of slipstream here on the straight. Where's Tankro? Tankro also not with the best first lap at 51.5, so a big mistake. But we definitely see some slipstreaming now for those drivers. Is it slipstream or is it dirty? Whoa, Tankro 310 purple. Well, of course, we will be staying with Tankro now for the final 30 seconds of this lap. Can Tank Pro grab another pole position for AHR. Kieran 39.5. Dan 39.4. And Tank Pro will probably make it a 1, 2, 3 for AHR. Will it be pole position? That's the question. 39.5. Wow, look at those gaps between Dan, Kieran, and Tank Pro. That is close. So 1, 2, 3 for AHR. Then he's in 4th for MRL, Welchie 5th, Shane 6th, Apex, and Galv, and Danny. And James with some mistakes. Doing those laps. P10 this time for James. Slide rules in P11. And Simon is starting P12 for this race. A little bit of time, so I can already put in qualifying results for race number 2 here in MT. Oh. Slide rules, Simon. So with that 1, 2, 3 qualifying for AHR, this will be 6 extra laps already. So that gap goes up from 28 to 34 points for the race. So wow, now a big challenge for MRL for this race. And 1, 2, 3 starting for AHR, they have the best options now. But again, strategy, tires will come into play again. Let's see what are the drivers going to use for this one. We have some varying strategies there in place. Most of the drivers actually used the mediums and softs, so they have the same for this race. There's also a hard tire compound lying around. Come on, I think we saw one of the drivers already showing that they might be starting on Racing Hearts for this one. We will see. We will see. We will see. All right. So lobby reset. We will be setting the grid, and then we are good to go for the second race. 30 minutes again. Right, everyone is ticked in. That's good. We're just waiting for Slide Rules, our lobby host for today, to set the grid. Good to go. So don't ask me, James. I'm not native speaking English or whatever, but you need to calm down. I can read it. I feel like it's spelled weird, but probably that's the joke you're referring to. Everyone, please read the in-game chat and laugh. Whatever. Okay, someone did. Shout out to you guys. So, last little room for breathing, and then it will be probably a hectic race start again for this one. Just waiting for the grid to appear on the right hand side. This will then be my turn to see if everything is correct. Weather is correct, night, random, times 4, 2, all of it, all of the good stuff, all right. Right, here we go. We see an updated grid on the right hand side. Dan, Kieran, Tank Pro, Yeast, Val, Shane, Apex, Gav, Danny, James, Side Rules. That looks good. All right. We can go to the spectate mode and wait for the race start happening. Have a sneak peek at the drivers. Racing hards and racing mediums by the looks of it for the start of this race. Exactly. Good luck, everyone. Here we go. Go. Hearts for the top 3 mediums. Hearts for next one. We wait for the red lights to appear. We hear the engines revving. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Waiting for the lights to go out. And now we are off. Good start for Yeast with those medium tires. Gets the run. Looks down the inside. And moves up into P2. Great start for Yeast. Tank Pro P3. Yeah, Yeast is on the mediums. Tank Pro on those hard tires. Kieran 4th. No, Kieran in 3rd. Tank Pro. Bit Kieran gets unsettled. Oh, it's too hectic. Those opening corners in those dark conditions. So we'll see. Welch in P4. Shane P5 with a penalty cut. The track limits. First sector, yes, is probably James up to P6 already after starting 10th. Kieran P7, Apex Magnets P8, and we have a gaggle of cars here on the back straight. Here, where to find the gap? Magnet and Galv slipstreaming here. James, Welchi, Shane, cars everywhere, lights appearing everywhere out of the dark tunnel. So Shane in P4. Putting on pressure, but has a penalty. Welch in 5th, James in P6, yes, Kieran in P7, Apex Magnet in 8th, well, Galf in P9, Slide Rules 10th, and Simon and Danny LaRusso at the back of the grid. We see some sparks flying. Medium versus hards here as well, different tire compounds. I think the hards, it takes them at least a lap, even more maybe, to get up to temperatures. So those opening laps, not easy to manage. Then kept the lead on those hard tires. Yeast in P2, little gap to Tank Pro in P3. Welchi, 4th, James, 5th, Shane with a penalty, dropped down to P6 for now. Shane is on the hards, James is on the hards. Welchie is on the hards, Tank Pro on the hards as well. So he's the medium tire runner here at the front, closing that gap to Dan. Moments. Dan on hards versus Yeast on mediums. Struggles a little bit. And has the slipstream now. 3/10 coming down. Will go down under 2/10 with the run. Will it really be close enough to go for move? Dan covering the inside line early for the braking zone. He covers the inside. Will there be a gap? He parks it at the apex. No way for Yeast for now to make that move. Stays behind. Oh, takes a really tight line into the turn now. Downhill left-hander. Don't cut it too much on the inside. Close again. Coming into the final chicane. Giving him probably now a run out of the purple. This could be the run. Just 2/10 on the main straight now. Oh, defending the inside line. Oh, Yeast is not close enough. He tries. No, he has to brake. He definitely showed his nose there for a brief moment to say, "Yay, next time I'm here to get you." Tank Pro in P3, James P4. Where is Welchie again? Welchie is not in the top 8 anymore. James 4th, Shane in P5, Kieran in 6 versus Apex Magnet. And Kieran keeps that position. Apex and Gav, 2 MRL drivers. Then Slide Rules in P9. Welchie dropped down to P10 and 2.3 seconds already the gap. Simon in 11 and Daniela Russo in P12 back to the lead. We see move this time. No, Yeast not close enough to go for a move. And Dan defending that inside line. Gets a good run out of the first zone. So Dan doing a great job on those hard tires to stay in front of Yeast, the medium tire runner. That is, I think, crucial for the second half of this race. Again, the hard tires now should be fully up to taps and should be able to have a bit more grip. Oh, what a run for Yeast. Then going defensive really early. I think this time Yeast might have the run around the outside. They're going side by side into the S's again, and this time Yeast is staying committed. Through the S's they go side by side. It worked, and Dan stays in front. Wow, that was some racing here between those two drivers. Then again, and now open up that inside line for Yeast. There is a gap. They're still side by side. I'll save that replay marker. So Yeast now moves up into first place. What a battle between those two drivers now. Can Yeast defend down the long straight? Has a good exit. Breaks the toe early. But Dan is here. So can I afford to go? Yeah, I can afford to quickly show that move. But and now back to the racing action. I think we are still here. Then around the outside. Okay, and Tank Pro is also here. Oh, Dan with a great move. So we'll watch that on the replay from the chase cam. Then had the run coming into the tunnel. Then couldn't make that move. And stays in front of Yeast. Top 3 now really close. Dan, Yeast and Tank Pro. Dan on hards, Yeast on mediums, Tank Pro on hards as well. A 3-second gap to Shane in P4. Shane just got overtaken by James. James, where did you come from? And also Kieran is here. Shane going defensive. And Kieran around the outside into the S's. We'll have a look at James' run. Okay, Shane had to serve a penalty, that's why he lost the position. James in fourth. Shane got past Kieran again, so they're on the hard tires, all of them. Same goes for Gelf in P7, really close, touches the wall a tiny little bit. Shane versus Kieran. Kieran got past Shane, but Shane now with the slipstream. This could be a nice little gap for Zant into turn. Kieran leaves that gap open, tries to focus on the exit and stays in front. He was confident enough to keep that position, not compromise his line. Again, Shane with Gelf. Gelf seems to have a bit more pace compared to Shane. Welchie also back with them, but with another 0.5 second penalty to serve. This will probably drop him behind slide rules again. Hear those engine sounds. Lovely. Now the 3 MRL cars, they will be separated now. Welchie serving the penalty. Wayne, slide rules, gets around Welchie and moves up into P8. East, P1. Tank Pro, and then 1 second behind. We missed that. We missed what happened because of the other battles during this race, but they are still close. But now the question is, can Yeast open up that gap on those mediums? He doesn't want to fight, of course, those hard tire runners. Now it's opportunity 1.1, 1.2 seconds maybe coming around this turn. Still a little bit of slipstream. More Tank Pro in here. Yeah, in it now. That gap is coming down, probably under 1 second when they approach the braking zone. Then just inside that slipstream as well, so we'll stay with Yeast for now. He needs to open up that gap on those medium tires. So, but I think, if I'm not completely mistaken, so yeah, Yeast used the hard tires for race number 1. So we go. So he is good to go mediums for this race. I think the other drivers will go racing hards to racing mediums. So this could be Yeast's race. Right now, Drake free. Oh, little wiggle. It costs him some time. And Tank Pro, yeah, still within that 1 second when they cross the line. Then struggling a little bit with pace, 1.6 seconds. James up to P4 with Kieran in P5. And Shane trying to stay with Kieran and James. Gelf 2.3 seconds. They were close to each other. Last about Welchie got past slide rules again. So Welchie P8, slide rules P9. Apex Magnet is in P10. Right behind slide rules, though we might be seeing a move coming down the back straight. We'll see Apex Magnet with the run, 0.3, getting closer and closer. Slide rules with a messy opening corner. Let's see, can he bring it back to the Apex? Apex Magnet with the better run, with the slipstream now. Would he get some slipstream from Welchie here as well? We'll see. Welchie just driving in a straight line, and here comes Apex Magnet looking down the inside on slide rules. No, wasn't close enough, has to back out. Slide rules stays in front for now in P9, Apex P10. And he's still not able to break free. So we go back to Welchie, slide rules, and Apex Magnet. Slide rules with a great run. The opening. Staying with Welchie for now, 0.7 to 0.8. And Apex the same. don't think we'll be seeing any moves, and we are already 12 minutes into this exciting race. Plenty of action on track between the drivers. So one little mistake and you lose a position. We saw that, collecting a track limit penalty, and you lose that half. All of that effort serving a penalty. Welchie and Gelf still not able to move away from slide rules, and also Apex here at the back of the straight. Now slide rules with a great run with a massive toe down the long straight. Gelf moves out, goes defensive, but opens up the slipstream, the toe for slide rules from Welchie. But slide rules late on the brakes, misses the turning point a little bit, stays in P9 for now, has to defend from Apex Magnet probably. It's where to look. Fight against Gelf, defend from Apex. That's the question for slide rules at the moment. Again, heading into the final chicane. Close battle in the mid-pack, definitely at the front. He's now has his gap, 2.5 seconds. Tank row, second Dan, in third, James in P4 on those hard tires. Oh, Shane versus Kier. Did we miss an overtake? Or did Shane just had to defend? I think Shane made that move on Kier. We get the long replay buffer. So, you know, Shane was already in front and was going around the outside, opening up that inside line. But great side-by-side racing on the entry for those S's, and then made it through safely, single file. For this one now again under pressure. Kieran with the run, with the slipstream. Shane doesn't have the slipstream, or maybe just a tiny little bit. And Kieran now with the better line, with that inside line for the next braking zone. The banked left-hander. Shane's still there, trying to break late, trying to hang around the outside. They go side by side through the turn, but this time it's Kieran who's the better, and Shane is still there. He's still there. He has the line. No, he has to concede the line, but now back to this sequence of racing. Shane tries to hang it around the outside, had to lift, had a better exit, was room given, and then Shane on the inside, just misses out a little bit on the final top end. And we see Travis pitting now after 15 minutes. James still staying out on those hard tires. Interesting. Kieran in P2 as well. Welchie doing the same, but going for the overcut. Gelf for the overcut. Slide rules. Oh, slide rules is using the mediums. Didn't see that. My apologies. I thought everyone else was running the hard. So slide rules on those mediums. Magnet on the hards or longer. So he's the first one to pit medium and medium again as expected. Bankroll going on to the mediums now as well. Then on mediums. Danny LaRusso still running the hard tires. Oh, Shane, a 3-second penalty. That's unlucky. That will lose him so much time. And Simon on mediums. Yet to pit. It won't be taking them that much longer, I guess so. I reckon this will be the inlet for the other drivers as well. We'll stay with James. Watch him into the pits. Kieran does the same. Where's Welchie? 4 seconds behind. Is he staying out for another lap? Alright. I think Welchie is using the soft tires, right? Doing a longer stint on hards and then going for the softs. Welchie, you madman, using softs. I'm pretty sure. Maybe Gulf and Apex doing the same here, but they can't be doing the no stop on fuel. That's impossible. Or is it? Or is it? For Welchie is down to 25, but Gelf has maybe 28 left. Magnet as well. But no, it's too close. But probably they're looking into using the soft tires. Ah, this could be interesting. Yeast still leading this race virtually after doing the pit stop, medium. What is 2 seconds to tank row, and then if also pitted James also was in the pits. Daniel also staying out on those odds. Kieran D9 and Shane after serving his 3-second penalty, now 6.6 seconds behind Kieran. Simon still staying out, and Slide Rules using softs. Here we go. One driver is already using those soft tires. And Welchie going for another lap on those hards. Or maybe then 10 minutes, under 10 minutes on softs. This could be ideal. Gelf, Yeast got past Apex Magnet. Maybe Apex Magnet can hold off the AHR drivers. A little bit of team play. Let's see. Apex on those hard tires. Under 1 second, 7/10 to then and tank road now. Through the first part, it will be tough to make a move. Whoa, we see a jump from the drivers over that crest. The S's 6/10 gap is coming down between Apex and then and tank road. So this could be the part of the track where Apex can slow it down through those slower turns to hold them up a little bit. But now it's over. I think he has not the grip anymore to compete against soft tire runners. And yeah, easy pass around the outside for Dan and Tank Pro. So they are past Apex Magnet at the moment. Can Apex challenge Tank Pro though? He has the slipstream. He's going for the move, looking down the inside. Is it an honest attempt? I don't know. No, just wanted to scare Tank Pro maybe. So Yeast already passed Gelf, and Welchie should be hitting this lap now, I reckon. The fuel is now really low. Let's see. Comes around, yeah. Moves towards the inside line, heads into the pits. He stayed out, of course. He's on the mediums. 1 second to Gelf. Gelf staying out again, maybe also like doing the same that Apex did, trying to hold those AHR drivers up for a little bit. He's on those worn hard tires and makes it difficult for Dan with the run. Dan has the inside line coming into the first turn, is already side by side, and then makes that move. Stick. Gelf needs to brake, tucks him behind in P3, but stays in front of Tankro, who has to slow down a little bit probably. No, just can take the inside line. A bit of contact between the two drivers. I think the car just understeered a little bit. The gap was there. Nothing too major, but we'll have a look at it again for the in that replay. Yeah, looks like both turned in to each other. All good. I think that's... We continue racing, right? So Gelf in P4, Apex in P5. What's the gap? Yeast to Dan 1.2 second. Was it enough though for Yeast and to help the teammates to keep that P1? 8 minutes to go, under 1 second the gap between Yeast and Dan, and Kieran is the fastest driver on track at the moment, 40.2. So Dan and Tankro, they are charging, they are closing this gap, and I think Gelf will be pitting now. Fuel is low, tires are toast, and exactly what he does. Apex Magnet doing the same, so Kieran and James will be 2, 3, 4, 5 for AHR, with Yeast still leading this race. We'll see the gap 0.8, keeping that distance for now. Then in P2, Tank Pro, in P3, then Kieran and James. We'll probably see Welchie up to P6, just ahead of Shane, who is using the mediums. Welchie is on softs as expected. Shane in P7, slide rules on softs. Does he jump? Gelf and Apex Magnet? No, just falls behind after the pit stop. So Apex Magnet stays in front of slide rules. That's good with the fresh soft tires. Same goes for Gelf here. So slide rules in P10, Danny Caruso in P11, and Simon in P12. At the front we see he's now under pressure, has to go defensive, defend that inside line, then around the outside with the overspeed and makes that move stick. Question, can he hold it around the outside? Side by side they go through the bank turn. It's Dan's corner now. The downhill right belongs to Dan. They're still going side by side. Yeast is still there, has now the inside line for the downhill left-hander. That's great racing between the drivers, and now Dan around the outside and moves into P1. Tank Pro also sneaks through, tries to go through Yeast on the inside, so for that chicane. Tank Pro has the position for now, but Yeast could fight back. Oh, it has a little bit of contact, a little bit of wiggle. This will open up the gap for Dan, who will just drive away. So we'll have a look at it. No, both they didn't collide. Both nearly lost it with the power coming out of that slow turn. So Yeast on mediums, Tank Pro on mediums, Dan on mediums, then Kieran on mediums, down to 5.5 seconds with James with a penalty. Welchie in P6 on those softs. So is it possible for Welchie to get the fastest lap? Or no, Shane is on mediums. Gelf is using the softs as well, and Apex Magnet. Here. Slide rules with a very early pit stop for those soft tires. We'll have probably a rough final 5 minutes to get round on those worn tires. We go back to the front. Dan and Tank Pro nearly a second now away. Can Yeast keep up with them? Great race from Yeast, no doubt about that, against those two brilliant AHR drivers, Dan and Tank Pro. But Dan and Tank Pro, they showed during the first race how teamwork is being done. Played it very nicely at Daytona, and are doing the same here. They should have the tactical advantage. Again, Yeast nearly crashes into where we are, but still has the close gap to those two AHR drivers. 4 minutes to go. That's 3 more laps for the drivers for this one. Dan, Tank Pro, and Yeast. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2 for AHR, 3 for MRL. Then Kieran in P4. A gap to James open up to 3 seconds. Something happened. A penalty, maybe. Welchie, 2.7. He's lapping in the 40s, but not quite there for the fastest above the race, 40.2 at the moment. Held by Kieran and Shane. A bit of his own at the moment. Gelf as well. Apex as well. Oh, and slide rules. Using the second set of soft tires. Oh, a 3-second penalty. That was a late decision probably to... no, we don't want to get to the replay. We want to get to the top. See a 1 second between Dan and Yeast. Now Tank Pro just slips straight past into the lead. Yeast still hanging just about with under 1 second now, just over 1 second, so round about this 1 second. Dan and Tank Pro 1-2 again, showing great teamwork there, not fighting, but making the best out of the no bomb drafting rule. Point 4. East is back. Point 8. We are approaching the final 2.5 minutes of this amazing race. Coming round onto the start, finish straight, Tank Pro, and he's now 0.5, 0.6, something like that, and 1 minute, 2 minutes 20 to go. That's 2 more laps. Yeah, 2 more laps for those drivers. 1, 2, 3. Kieran in P4, no drama. James, that gap to Welchie is coming down. 2.2 seconds, Welchie. And the tire wear is kicking in now for Welchie towards the end of this race. Yeah, how boring, Tank Pro. Why do you just turn up and be like a quick driver without doing any practice or whatever? It's crazy to see. So Shane's tires are also nearly done, so letting his teammate pass this moment, and Dan and Tank Pro going again side by side, slipstreaming. Dan staying in the lead, and Yeast is still with them. Oh, I think this was perfectly timed this time. So we are approaching the final minute of this race. Top 3 still within half a second. What a race, guys! What a race! Oh, and then Yeast had a little moment. Oh, losing the rear. Oh, I think it's probably Yeast being out of this fight for the win. So then now starts the final lap of this race. Now Tank Pro in P2, Yeast 1.4 seconds just outside of the slipstream now. Kieran in P4, James still that 2 seconds-ish to Welchie. Will probably just survive on those tires, not sure. Gal in P7, Magnet in 8, Shane 9th, Danny LaRusso P10. We will be doing the final lap as well, and then we will have slide rules. He will be the first driver to see the checkered flag of this race. Finishes this second race in P11. Simon will be finishing 12 on dead tires for now, and at the front it's Dan versus Tank Pro, and he's caught up with them. He's within 1 second. So who is going to win this one? Dan, Tank Pro, or Yeast? Tires the same for all of the drivers. Those medium tires lasted until the last couple of turns. Now Dan had a 3-4 tenths gap, braking for the final chicane for the final time. Then staying in the lead, opening up that corner, gets a nice run. He's trying everything with the run to the line. Dan will win this race in front of Tank Pro 1-2, and he's with a fantastic race. Finishes P3. Kieran will bring it home for AHR in P4, and James in P5. Welchie. So Welch crosses here. James crosses the line. Welchie. Tires died. P6. Gelf and Apex Magnet. They tried to help their teammate there in the middle of the race. 7 and 8 for those two drivers. Shane finishes in P9, and Danny LaRusso in P10. The final driver to see the checkered flag for this race. What a race! Thank you. That was good racing all around. For that. Take those screen shots in here, and then we update the scores, or I update the scores for you. We is a bit stretch, right? So we have Dan winning the race. Tank Pro E2 is race in Kieran, finishes 4th and has the fastest lap of the race. James in E5, Welchie in 6th place, Steve for Welchie, Guelph 7, Magnet is 8th, Shane in P9, Kenny LaRusso top 10 finish by rules 7 and Simon 12. So that's another 72 to 44 according to my calculations for the second race. So this should leave us with a 144 to 88 score for AHR. Congratulations, everyone. Good racing all around. Yeah, I don't know, Tank Pro, yeah. You're just quick. Naturally quick. Say. That's what it is. But yeah, the host has ended the game. Alright, so there you have it. Leaves us with me bringing up the schedule for the remainder of this match day 6. So tomorrow we have a doubleheader. We have TCR and ART, and we have CLR and ORT facing each other. Both matches will be live streamed with commentary. TCR and ART match will be covered by our friends of ZFS Racing on their YouTube channel, and I will be covering the CLR and ORT matchup here on the YouTube channel again for all of us. So hope to see you there. Thanks for watching, and see you soon. Bye. Bye.